I feel safe around my street patrollers, and like especially here at 20.
Yes.
This is justice. And when, like, I'm from work right now, and I just got off a taxi. When I see justice and everyone like around the patrollers, guys, I feel so safe. I could just literally walk home. I'm safe. I don't care who's coming behind me because I know they're there. And everything, Jay, is pashash. These guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much, ma'am. Have a lovely evening, eh?
You
Good evening, everyone. This is Mike from Human Unabridged, and welcome to the Patroller News Network, a network dedicated to the showcasing of community security initiatives and protectors and everything related to security. Tonight's video is all about what is a community security initiative and what are the basic elements that surround a security initiative that is run by the community for the community. I've been spending some time with the Alexandra street patrollers, a very typical example of a community security initiative as a result of increases of crime in the community. In general, it makes sense to assume that a community security initiative won't really work effectively unless the majority of the community supports it. And so another important element is that it has community buy-in and support. A community security initiative usually incorporates human resources of some form or another in terms of administration staff, as well as patrollers and resources allocated to visible policing within the community, like block watch. A community security initiative is usually a formal or informal organization that has been created to represent the security and safety interests of a community. It can be a non-profit organization or a Section 21 company, can sometimes have directors or members, usually elected or nominated by the community. For a community security initiative to be legitimate, it must work within a constitutional framework. In other words, the community cannot act in a vigilante way or undermine other people's rights while trying to protect their own. This evening we are at the Alexandra police station on 15th Avenue. And I'm witnessing the process whereby the patrollers actually book in on duty and the formalities around it in terms of their relationship with the South African Police Service. Here are the guys currently booking. Evening, guys. Thanks for having me yet again. I'll keep Curtis away from the fat cook. So here's the Alexandra Street Patroller coming out with the OB book. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
What is your name?
My name is Malibongwe.
Malibongwe. Yeah. Lovely to meet you. I'm going to come and stand on that side. So, what are we doing here?
We went to collect the OB before we start working. Usually before we start working, we start by collecting the OB at the police station. Then after that, I have to know how many people are we going to work with. So like now, our OB number, it's 552092023. So this OB, we are going to close it like after we have done.
Right.
Yes.
And it's like a normal formalized OB. Everybody writes in black pen like we used to do back in the security industry. And you just record the details of all the patrollers on.
Usually, as a leader of taking OB, we are too much on the street. So, like when I come here, I have to take the OB for everybody.
Right.
Then after that, I'm going to call like the OB on the radio for everyone, so that they write to all their registers.
Oh, brilliant! Okay, yes. So it's verified through the radio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, sir.
Have a safe shift. Sometimes it can have a service provider like a private security company that is contracted to protect the public space and to proactively patrol the public space and protect areas where people are mingling. Armed patrol vehicles, proactive patrollers, people to man access points, to do perimeter patrols, to operate control rooms, and so on. A community security initiative will require some kind of funding and or operational or resource support, and usually that funding again comes from the community members themselves and sometimes other interested donors or parties. Quite often a community security initiative will involve some kind of perimeter structure to create a shared outer perimeter for the total community, and also will sometimes include access control, restriction points, road closures, etc. Another important element to consider within a community security initiative is intelligence. Having an intelligence network can be the difference between reacting to an incident and preventing it. Now that we understand the components of a community security initiative, we can take a look at the Alexandra Street Patroller Initiative and pretty much confirm that they tick most of the required boxes. It is a community initiative that was created by the community for the community in order to fight crime. It includes volunteers from the community that give of their own time. Certainly since inception, the Alexandra Street Patroller Initiative has reduced crime. When you speak to the members of the SAPS, when you speak to members of the community, and you interact with the patrollers themselves, it is clear that everyone believes Alexandra is a safer Alexandra since the initiation of the Street Patroller Initiative. So I'm here with some of the community members in Tutumani, and I want to ask you guys a question. Do you feel safer now that the street patrollers are here?
Very much safe.
Is it a better community?
Very better.
And when you're coming home from work or you're leaving in work, you guys don't feel vulnerable,
We
eh?
feel safe.
Safe?
Every time we leave
We
our
see them in the
doorstep.
morning and night.
All the time?
Yes, even if we work night shift, they are always here.
Oh, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for having me. Thanks very much for answering the questions. Have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you so much. Awesome. If you are a community security initiative or belong to one, please do contact me in the comments below or via email. I would love to showcase your community security initiative. Please stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe out there.